Somewhere around the third grade, I learned that 30 plus 30 equals 60. I was pretty comfortable with that. Then I met the VA. According to the VA, 30 plus 30 equals 50. I know. Now, before you start blaming the VA, I want to be fair. They didn't make a mistake. That's worse. Somebody actually designed it this way. There was a meeting. A decision was made. Here's what they decided. You are a whole person. 100%. Wasn't that generous of them? Then the arithmetic starts. Say the VA gives you a 30% rating. They take 30% away from the whole person, which leaves 70% of you still functioning just fine, apparently. Now you get another 30% rating. This is where that third grade education starts working against you. Because the second 30 doesn't come off the original 100. It comes off the 70% of you the VA says is still good. 30% of 70 is 21. So you've got 30 plus 21, which is 51. Then they round it. 50. 30 plus 30 equals 50. That's VA math. And the strange thing is, once somebody explains it, the math actually makes sense. I don't like that either. It gets more interesting as your rating gets higher. Say you're at 70%. According to the VA, 30% of you is still out there somewhere, healthy and productive. Then you win another claim for 10%. Good news. Except that 10% gets applied to the 30% of you that's left. 10% of 30 is 3. So now you're at 73. And 73 rounds to 70. You filed the claim. You gathered the records. You went to the exam. You won. And your check moved exactly nowhere. Congratulations. You are now more disabled at the same disability rating. That's not the VA cheating you. That's the formula doing exactly what it was designed to do. Which brings me back to the meeting. I'd still like to know who brought the donuts. Now, this matters for more than entertainment, because the VA doesn't round every time it adds another condition. It keeps combining the numbers, then rounds the final combined rating to the nearest 10. And there are places where 1 point matters. 94 rounds to 90. 95 rounds to 100. That's 1 point. 1. So if your real combined number is anywhere close to one of those lines, don't guess. Check it. And then there's the bilateral factor. Because apparently somebody at that meeting eventually felt bad. If you have compensable service-connected disabilities affecting both legs or both arms, the VA may add what they call a bilateral factor before it combines those ratings with the rest. So 2 bad knees can be worth a little more than the regular formula would give them, which actually makes sense. If you've got 2 bad knees, you already knew 2 bad knees weren't just twice as inconvenient as 1. Try getting out of a recliner. The important thing is this. When that decision letter comes, don't just look at the big number at the top. Look at the individual ratings. Make sure they're all there. Then check the combination. The VA has a table for it. There are calculators that will do it for you. You don't have to understand every piece of government arithmetic. You just need to know enough to recognize when something doesn't look right. Because somewhere, lost in all that math, is a portion of you the VA considers completely whole. I'd like to meet that portion. Sounds like it's doing fine. The rest of us have paperwork to do. The VA doesn't come with instructions. Check the math.